Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Happy Sunday. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the Crane Wife. A few reflections before we start. So you can see it's a very small space, very intimate theater is what we like to call it. And what that means is you are also part of the energy of the space. So what does that mean? If you think something's funny, laugh. There are funny things that happen in the show. If you think something is, I don't know, mean, you can respond to that. Giving that energy back into the cast, they will give that back to you. The things that you maybe don't want to give them, we have this amazing lighting designer, Eric Schutz, worked very hard to create beautiful lighting. As much as you might want to take out your phone and check a text, or, I don't know, do a snap of the chat, or whatever it is that's called, that lighting will contribute to the show. And while he appreciates your intentions, he doesn't need your help. Right? And then if you could keep side conversations until after the show, the cast will come down, they will talk to you about everything that you've just seen. Get ready for a magical hour of theater, and thank you for coming.
Once upon a time, Aru Tukoromi, there was a place in the shadow of Miyoko Mountains in the province of Echigo. The snow falls for 9 months. It covers the thatched kaibuki and fills the village streets.
Dig, good neighbor, dig, and make a tunnel.
Come to my house, we will smoke a pipe. They will only tell each other tall tales and fill the houses low.
The snow has covered the treetop.
The great bear will come out of her house.
The mountains burn whistle. When the snow comes, the young women, musume, go into the weaving room to weave the beautiful Echigo cloth. Alone behind the screen, sitting straight at the loom, the women weave rain into long strips of soft, white crape.
Weave well, my dear, breathe deeply, in and out.
And even no one, the quick buyers pay a high price, as the cloth is famous.
In March, when the snow is still deep and white upon the ground, the long strips are laid out and bleached in the snow and sun. Mukashi, Aru Tukoromi. A long time ago, the cranes lived each summer with the farmers of Echigo.
We fished together in the waters of the Uono River.
And the cranes kept the mice for the rice bin. But when the sun hides behind Kamabitake Mountain, and heavy snow falls from the burning sky, the white, long-necked cranes rise from the icy stream and fly to their nests in the grassy meadows by the sea.
Fly, student, fly.
Go to the ocean marshes.
Come back to Asheville.
summer will come.
The snow will pass again.
Fly, beautiful cranes.
The great snow crane leads her flock up out of the valley. One by one and two by two they fly, casting shadows on the frozen earth. They swoop to catch an unsuspecting field mouse and circle away, thin legs stretched long under their sleek bodies, suspended on the wind, wide wings carrying them to the ocean shore. When the cranes fly, out of their houses come the hunters.
Food must be gathered.
The winter is long.
We need new feathers for the comfort.
Strong arms lift the heavy bows and draw arrows from the quiver. The hunters take aim. Flash! The bowstring snaps. Zing! The arrow flies. Swift and sharp, seeking its mark, it crosses the sky. Arrow and crane. Crane and arrow. Mukashi, Aru to Korobi. A poor young peasant named Kokoro lived alone in his little private hut at the foot of the mountain. One day, when the hunters had come home, he went to the woods to gather twigs to keep his tiny fire alive. He walked and walked until his bundle was full upon his back. It was cold and nearly dark when he set out from home. The snow, Yuki, had begun to fall. Behind him, Kokoro heard a rustling sound. And suddenly, a crane swooped down and landed on the path.
Itai!
Kokoro put down his bundle of sticks and wiped to the lonely white bird.
Oh, beautiful friend, there has appeared so weak. How you must suffer. Sure you are first to rest because snow continues to fall. Quiet, beautiful creature. Suffer. There, it is free. The terrible air is gone. Clear. Let me seal this room with this pure, fresh snow. Lie down, lovely bird.
He cradled the crane's beautiful body in his arms until he felt the heartbeat strongly and the proud head rise up. He watched it stand upon its long legs and stretch its wings. It lifted its huge silvery body and flew off into the night, circling once over his head. Kokoro gathered up his pack and went back to his cold gray hut.
The snow falls again, the night is dark, the path is long, a tiny fire will warm my heart. Fly to fly, fly to fly.
The stars and moon were hidden by great black clouds. The wind whistled down the mountain. Snow fell thickly
Come, little flame. Burn brightly, my friend. The blanket is thick, and it will be a long cold night.
It was the middle of the night. Suddenly, a knock came at the door.
What is this? Who have been knocking at this time of night?
Kokoro hid in the corner of the hut.
Who have you come before me? What have I done?
Kokoro, please, come listen, why not? The voice was beautiful. The voice was elegant. The voice called again. Kokoro, I beg you, come listen, why not? Kokoro went to the door, and when he slid it open to look out, there before him stood a beautiful woman, with gleaming golden skin and glistening black hair, sparkling with crystal flakes of snow. Kokoro, come gently, please, let me in. It is cold and dark, and the snow will soon cover my head. Kokoro was struck dumb. The woman spoke again. Kokoro, please, let me into the house. I wish to stay with you. I wish to allow you to become your wife. Kokoro could not believe his ears. He could not move. He could not speak. I am sorry to disturb you. If you wish, I will go away. I shall only ask you once again. Will you allow me to become your wife?
Wait!
At last, Kokoro found his voice.
Come into my sad little hut. It is empty and poor, but, dear beautiful lady, if you truly wish it, I'm honored to receive you as my bride.
Bowing low, Kokoro took her hand and led her, step by step, into his dark and dingy hut.
I only the tiny fire and the thin blanket, but you are very fine and beautiful.
I have been out to be happy. Yes, let us go to sleep. Very soon, the village was full of gossip. Have you seen that boy, Kokoro? The Uchigami have smiled on him. Have you never seen such a handsome bride? Young Kokoro has a wife.
That young man is a fine wife.
Kokoro is a better wife than he deserves.
Kokoro
is a better wife than he deserves. Indeed, Kokoro had a fine wife. She swept the mud from the tatami mats. She cleaned the crops and scoured the kettle. She mended the paper shoji with beeswax. She put pitch between the logs to keep out the wind.
Uchigami, protectors of my little house, you have given me a great gift. I do not deserve it. I offer this little basket It is all I have. I know I have not thanked you properly since I was a boy. Please do this. Accept my gratitude. And do not mock me with this honor and take it from me as thanking you as you can.
You're simple and kind. Your husband. You're humble and generous, and I am honored to be at your side. But it was not an easy time. Kokoro was the poorest of the poor among the peasants.
Winter is here, foolish Kokoro. It is cold. There's no work for you.
What will you feed your pretty bride?
Not to feed his dead water.
How will you manage that?
Each day, when Kokoro looked at what he had stored away, he was poorer than the day before. His heart was heavy. Each day, his wife saw his face grow darker and darker. Finally, she said to him, "Ananda, dear husband, I see that you're troubled."
I'm ashamed. I cannot care for you. The bean curd is gone. We have eaten the carrots. The rice is gone. The hunters have taken all the animals from the woods.
Ananda, dear husband, you must share your worries with me. You must not be too proud to accept my help.
Oh my dear wife, I confess, I cannot find a way. I'm grateful for your offer, but what can you do?
I see the village women weaving the magical cloth to sell in the market. Please, dear husband, if you will blow me a loop when you find the forest, perhaps you permit me to weep for you. I am not in this village, but I can weep one time for you, if you will allow it.
Yes, it is true. The village women are weaving. If you like, I'll build you a loom, such as my mother used when she was a girl.
And so Kokoro went to the forest at the top of the mountain to gather wood, and with his mallet and chisel, he built a loom, just as his wife had asked him to do. When he was finished, he gave it to her. And now, dear husband, you must put the loom behind the tree at the back of the hut. There, I will leave. And now, you must promise never to look at me behind the screen while I am weeping.
I will do as you say, my wife. But why must you hide behind the screen?
Please, I beg you. That is my request. You must never look at me while I'm weeping. And so, Kokoro's wife prepared herself with bathing and offerings and went to work. sun.
How lonely it is when she's gone. What does she do that I cannot see? But she asked me to wait. I shall wait.
On the fourth day, his wife appeared.
My wife? What wife? How pale you look. You seem clear as glass. I've worked too long behind screen. I've become ill. I swear, I shall never ask you to weep again.
Clock is close. Take it, it's working.
Your wife, it is beautiful. It is finer than anyone has ever seen.
Take it, it's working.
On the next day, Kokoro carefully folded the cloth from the sleeve of his ragged kimono and set off for the market of the town. Along the road, dogs barked. The oxen pulled carts filled with turnips and pigs tied up for the slaughter. The roadway filled with chatter. Kokoro could not resist showing his neighbors the cloth his wife had made.
That cloth is very rare. It is white without bleaching. It is soft as the first snow. How can this be?
Where did she learn to make such stuff?
What a lucky man to one like that.
I would not want such luck. She is the help of the Bakimono.
Luck as this comes as a great prize. After good fortune comes only bad. The cloth is too fine for Kukudo.
Kokoro doesn't deserve a piece of cloth like that.
At the market, the bidding was very good. The Choja hunters came with their wives. Each one wanted the cloth for themselves.
I say 10 meal.
I shall make it 20. I'll take the Hopi's play 5.
I shall have it for myself.
I say 50 real, and I'll not pay a cent more.
50 real. I cannot match that.
Nor I.
50 real.
And so the cloth was sold. Kokoro returned to the hut filled with joy.
Money, silver, money, gold. Money, silver, money, gold. Kokoro is a rich man. Kokoro is a fine man. Money, silver, money, gold. What a blessing for Kokoro. Where's my wife? Look, dear wife. We're rich now. We shall have the finest food and the warmest fire for days and days. Blessings on the Yujigami for this good fortune.
I'm glad you brought us for your care.
You are a fine wife, and you make me a fine husband. 50 real. I've never seen such a fortune.
You're a wife and a servant as well.
We're wise. Indeed, we shall manage it.
You are a kind and humble man, dear husband.
Yinatsu. February passed. And then Sanratsu. March. And still the snow fell. The actual winter is cold. The crop of bean curd was nearly empty. The actual winter is
Rio will not last forever.
He did not wish to trouble his gentle wife.
Do not be too proud, young Kokuro.
Each day he looked to the sky for the spring rains that would bring the garlic shoots up through the earth.
Even like the offers of the Kaya.
But the Harusame did not come.
Did you pay the next month?
Still, Kokoro said nothing.
New mouths to feed.
Each day he went to the market to buy some rice and a piece of dried fish.
That's what we do.
One by one, the 50 reals slipped away, but still Kokoro could not speak. Finally, his wife said to him,
Dear husband, I see that you're troubled.
I do not wish to speak of it.
Are you not my husband? Do I not share your troubles as well as your joys?
Yes, my wife, it is true.
Speak to me. What makes your face so dark?
The winter will not end. The rains do not come. The tofu is gone.
I see. The money for the cloth? That is gone as well?
Yes, it is true. I have nothing left. I cannot even buy a tiny bowl of miso to make the soup. What will we do?
I think it is possible for me to weep in myself.
No, I did not ask you. You made me so pale. I cannot bear to make you ill.
Bring a room. I will weep again. But please, I beg you, this must be the last.
Dear wife, I'm grateful. I will bring you the room. This will be the last. I will never ask you to leave again.
Kokoro brought the lean pieces into the house. His wife scoured away the dirt and snow.
I will set up a room behind the church. Take the pieces there. I will prepare myself to And now, dear husband, please promise never to leave me behind a screen while I am here.
I know my wife. I will do as you say. I do not understand. But I will do as you say.
Once again, Kokoro sat down to wait as his wife disappeared from sight.
magnificent, my wife. There's nothing like it in the world. I should take it to market today.
The cloth seemed to breathe with a life of its own. Kokoro stood and gazed at it in amazement.
It is yours. Don't expect it.
The thin voice surprised him. She was even paler than before. Her cheekbones pressed through her skin. She had fallen to her knees, her chin falling to her chest, and her arms hanging limply to rest at her sides.
Wow, you're tired. But the cloth shimmers and glows.
Glad to be pleased.
Thank you, my wife. I shall go to market. I shall sell the wonderful cloth. Thank you, my wife. Now rest. Thank you.
Kokoro quickly tied the cloth, tied the four corners to a sheet, and set off for the market in the town. Once again, he did not resist showing his neighbors the cloth his wife had made.
That cloth is very rare.
Much too rare. What a lucky man with a wife like that.
I would not want such luck. That wife was a home. She is a lucky disguise. Beware such good fortune. After good fortune comes only bad.
Beware, Kokoro.
Kokoro hurried on to the market. The hunters came from their houses. The wives came with the hunters. Everyone wanted the cloth of Kokoro.
I say.
I shall make it 40.
The last piece sold for 15 was not as fine as this.
100 real. I shall have it for myself.
I shall have it for myself.
I say 150 real. And I'll not pay a cent more.
150 real?
I cannot match that.
Nor I.
There it is. 150 real.
Kokoro soon had a heavy bag of coins with a long walk home, but it was a burden he was happy to carry.
Money, silver, money, gold. Money, silver, money, gold. Kokoro is a rich man. Kokoro is a fine man. Money, silver, money, gold. Who has seen such a fine man? 150 real. Spring will soon be coming. I can buy an ox and 3 chickens and the seed for the corn, perhaps a tiny piece of land. Oh, where's my wife? Look at this. We're rich. I will buy rice from the farmers, and chickens, and salt, and beet sugar, and we will plant a little corn, and we will live better than ever before.
Yes, my good husband.
When summer comes, we will put out food for the next winter.
Yes, my good husband.
Our wars have surely come to an end.
But it was not to be so easy. News of the cloth spread quickly. Every wagon tongue in the town had something to add to its fame.
They tell me the cloth is magic.
I have heard that Mountain Yamoko made the cloth.
Yes.
Because the cloth is done so surely marry a rich man. I was saying, if you wrap yourself in the cloth, it will make you young again.
Make your wife a result of that cloth, and your wife will bear only happy sons.
And so it went, from hunter to hunter, from town to town, each gossip forging a tale more fantastic than the last. It traveled on the wind until news of the clock covered the mountains of Echmo like a blanket of fresh fallen snow. In the tiny mountain village, Kokodo's neighbor came across the snow to see him. The neighbor had heard of Kokodo's misfortune and longed to share in it.
Oh, Kokorodon, my neighbor, good friend. I see you've got an ox and some chickens, and now you have your land. Tell me, how has such a lad as you been able to do all that with just a little weaving cloth?
You see, my neighbor, my good wife has woven the cloth, and when I took it to town, the hunters paid a fine price for it. 150 reals. Can you imagine?
Now that is quite a story, Kokorodon, my neighbor, my friend. The rainy cloth my wife has never brought such a price. What bread is it that your wife uses?
Still the innocent fellow, Kokoro explained.
I do not answer to that question. You see, because my wife will not let me watch her while she's weaving.
You cannot watch her. You believe that old wives' tale? You think there are demons in the weaving room?
It is her which I am not watching her. I do not know why.
Kokoro's neighbor saw that he was not the man to manage such a piece of good fortune.
Kokorodon, my neighbor, my friend. If your wife can make such remarkable cloth, then it should not be wasted on the hunters. The hunters indeed, what do they know of fine things? Why, you should take it to the capital, to the palace. It is cloth for a shogun, or a nobleman at least. You must tell your wife to weave a new supply.
No, I cannot do that. My wife has said that she cannot weave again. I dare not pass.
Kokorodon, my neighbor, my friend, are you not master in your own house? Do you let your wife tell you what to do? Order her to make more cloth, and we shall take it to market.
Oh, I could not do that. I do not know the way to the palace. I have never traveled beyond the town.
Kokorodon, my neighbor, my friend, that is what I can do for you. I know the way. I will take it for you. You tell your wife to weave the cloth. I will find a rich buyer in the castle town and sell it for 10. No. 20. No. 100 times what the hunters will pay. Just think of it, my friend. Money for the rest of your life. No more work. The profit shall be so great, we will each take half. And be rich as noblemen. We will sit back and watch while others chop wood.
Now that was an idea that pleased the simple peasant. Kokoro did not say no. He off went the neighbor to find his wealthy buyer.
Money,
Gold,
organic, king, a fine house, servants, money, king, sit and sit the whole day long.
gold,
Money, money,
gold, Kokoro,
the rich man, Kokoro, the landowner, silver, money, money, gold. Why not you, Kokoro? Why not you?
But what should he tell his wife? The poor peasant was frightened. What if she would not weep again? His head was full of confusion. What distresses you? My husband. What is your want?
It is late, and I must think.
The ground sprawled, and the Cbury mountain turned down.
I have much to consider.
Can I not share your sorrows as long as your joys?
This is not for a woman to decide.
I am sorry to be of no use to you. How was he to explain? Coco rolled out the leaf and fell into a sleep, troubling dreams.
What have you done? How old is my wife?
What if she refuses to weave?
My neighbor. What will become of you? Cocodon, will you be rich? Money. So will you be for the rest of your life? The day will come, and you must tell your wife. The day will come, and you must tell your wife.
In only a few days, the neighbor returned.
Cocodon, come out! My neighbor, my friend, see what I have brought you.
He is a king! He is a god!
He is sent by the Tengu.
He is sent by the Oni! Beware of the rich man! Beware of the soldier! He will surely cut us off!
And there he was, a fine, rich samurai lord. The blinding sun glanced off his sharp silver sword. His bag of Rio played noisily as he dropped it on the hard-packed snow. It was a frightening sight.
Where is the man who will sell me the magic cloth?
The samurai shouted in a mountain's bellow.
Cocodon, my neighbor, my friend, where are you?
Kokuro! Young peasant, come out. I will not harm you. I brought with me 2,000 Rio to buy me a magic cloth.
Finally, Kokoro came forward, bowing to the ground.
Cocodon, my neighbor, my friend. Here he is, my lord. Look, Cocodon, there are the silver Rio, 2,000 of them. Tell your wife to bring this fine warrior his cloth.
I fear I cannot, my lord. She says she cannot weave yet.
The warrior's face grew fat with rage.
What is this? You've brought me all the way here and there is no cloth? I'll take your spin before I'll be dishonest, so.
No, 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 my lord. Cocodon, if you see me cut in two, what about the fortune? Look, 2,000 Rio. Tell your wife to weave some more. Are you not master of your own house? He will deliver the cloth, my lord. I swear by my right arm.
The weaving is slow, my lord. It is such a fine cloth.
That is it, my lord. The weaving is slow. Return to the city. Leave the money here. She will make the cloth, and I will bring it to you. Kokodo's an honest lad. He will make his wife obey.
You skinny peasant! You think I'm such a fool as that? No. Come, boy. Open the bag of silver.
Take the bag.
Look at the coins glance in the sunlight. That will make your wife happy. She'll do whatever you say. As for this friend of yours, I'll take him with me for ransom. If at the end of 10 days, you bring the cloth, he gets his own reward of silver. If not, we'll see what a good farmer this friend makes with only one eye. Do not disappoint me. I have a fierce temper.
Take the silver! Tell your wife to weave some more! 10 days, Kokomo! Tom is getting rich! It was your idea, you know! I only offered to help! Make her do it! Don't lose the chance, Kokomo! Once in a lifetime, foolish boy! We will both be rich!
Kokomo looked into the bag. What a blinding sight! His mind began to spin. He felt the intoxicating weight of the coin.
Money, silver, money, gold. Sit and sit the whole day long. Silver, money, money, gold. Kokoro, the rich man. Kokoro, the landowner. Silver, money, money, gold. Why not you, Kokoro? Kokoro, why not you?
One day went by. Kokoro grew silent. And then two. Kokoro kept count of the days with marks on the wall of the hut. 10 days would soon be gone. He brooded in a corner. He would not speak. Finally, his wife could not stand his unhappiness any longer. On the third night, she came to him.
Oh, my wife! What I have seen! Oh, do you have a sword like that? Oh, to shout command in such a fine, loud voice?
The samurais are rich and powerful.
Oh, do you have such a fine bag of silver? 2,000 real.
Are we not happy, dear husband?
We are, my wife, we are.
Do we not have food to eat and fire to keep us warm?
We have, my wife, we have.
Do we not have a hut to keep us from the wind?
We,
Do we not care for each other?
we do, my wife, we do.
Then why would he ever need so much money as that?
But you have not seen the fine warrior. You have not seen the bag of silver.
You have promised him the cloth.
It is our neighbor.
Our neighbor?
Without money, a man could have his own rice fields. He could give the orders for others to work.
Is it not enough for us to work together and to make each other happy?
Kokoro saw that he could not make his wife understand. And so it was clear he would have to return the silver. He gave up his entreaty. He rolled out the futon for the night, but the clanks of silver wheel echoed in his ear.
Money, silver, money, gold. Sit and sit the whole day long. Kokoro, the rich man. Kokoro, the
then 2. Kokoro kept count of the days with marks on the wall of the hut. 10 days would soon be gone. He brooded in a corner. He would not speak. Finally, on the 3rd night, his wife came to him.
Dear husband, I cannot bear your distress. I will weep for you. One more time. But please, I beg you. This must truly be the last. I shall never be with you.
Thank you, my wife, my beautiful wife. Thank you. I shall get in the loop. Where's the loop? I shall breathe the loop.
Kokoro dashed from the hut to get the loom. Before she could say a word, he brought the screens as well.
I know. I'm not to look. I do not understand, but I'm not to look.
No matter how long I may be, you must not look upon me. You understand? Do not watch me.
I know. I must sit and wait. I shall do as you say. You see, I'm sitting.
Kokoro's wife went behind the screen. Soon, the sounds of weeping began again. not human. What he saw was not the only. What he saw was not Yamaoba, the mountain demon. What he saw was not the Nushi from the swamp. No. What he saw was a crane. But no. Once a beautiful crane. Now the bird's long neck and thin legs were naked, bald, the white body smeared with blood. 3 times there behind the screen, 3 times with its own beak had plucked out each of its beautiful feathers to weave upon the loom. The sight was too much for the simple Kokoro. He fell to the floor in a deep think. And there, while his mind lost touch with his body, he heard a sad and terrible voice.
My dear husband, for your sake, I did as you asked. I hoped that you would be able to honor my request. I let you not come to ice cream. Now, you have looked upon me in my naked suffering. Mercy, my soul. I have sacrificed my honor. My dignity is lost. Now, I can no longer remain in the human world. Sad human world of envy and distrust. Safe from snow and the threshold of wood. I fell in love with your simple kindness and your gentle heart. I trusted your tenderness. You left my home to come to live by your side. But now, I must go back to my father. You know my sad disgrace. Our future together is lost.
It is done. Ite Shimae Mashita. The story is done.